There once was a man named Narcissus. We've all heard of him. The flower of Narcissus was named after him. The word narcissistic reflects his pride and arrogance. We've all heard the story. He died by looking into a pool, reflecting on his own beauty. He fell into the pool and couldn't save himself because he was so absorbed in himself. Now, usually the story ends there. But there are other versions of the story. And my personal favorite expresses a little bit deeper story than that. Now, they say that Narcissus was so beautiful that the nymphs in the woods would take their time to chase him and to look after him so they could see his beauty. So when he died, you could imagine they were very sad. They cried for days. They said that they could no longer observe his beauty, but, as we all do, they recovered. And within a week, they had stopped mourning over Narcissus. But then they noticed that the lake that Narcissus gazed into was still crying. And so they asked him, "Why are you crying?" And he says, "I weep for Narcissus. I looked into his eyes every day." And the nymphs said, we understand Narcissus was beautiful, but you need to stop crying. Narcissus is over." And the lake asked, "But was Narcissus beautiful?" And they said, "Yes, of course, he was the most beautiful in all the land. How did you not know? He gazed into you every day. You had the chance to see him." And the lake admitted, "I didn't know Narcissus was beautiful. I cry because when I looked into his eyes, I could see my own beauty reflected." Now, a lot of this, take this as vanity. We say that the lake is self-absorbed. We say that this is a bad story. The lake should be sad for the death of Narcissus, not for the loss of his own reflection. But in reality, success requires yourself, and that is what I'm here to speak to you today. Now, when we hear the word shoot, we think guns. We think danger. But shooting means something else. Shooting means shooting for the stars. Shooting means going after things even when you don't know if you'll make it. And that leads me to my 3 main points. First, society has corrupted us as individuals. Second, we must always shoot for the stars. And third, you need yourself to succeed. My first point is that society has corrupted us. And when you hear the word shoot, you think of Newtown. You think of tragedies. You think of children who have died. You think of the gun violence. You think of Joe Biden in this fight for guns. But you don't think about something else, and that's the most important version of the word shoot. You don't think about yourself. You don't think about shooting for what you want to do in life. And that is the most important definition of the word shoot. We can talk about gun control all day. We can debate whether or not assault weapons should be banned, but in the end of the day, it is your goals and how you achieve them that will make your life. You won't remember, and when you're on your deathbed, that Newtown shooting that happened. You will remember the goals that you succeeded and the goals that you shot for, and you will remember the goals that you didn't shoot for. And so it is important, when we're talking about the word shoot, to look in the most important definition, the most crucial to our society, and that is our own innovation. But society has corrupted us. When we think shoot, we now don't think about shooting for the stars, about achieving our own goals. We think about guns. And that prevents us from achieving our goals. And that leads me to my second point, is that in order to succeed, you must always have yourself. We're reminded again of the lake. The lake that looked to its own beauty. Now, a lot of people would call this vanity, but I call it success. Because every day, I'll log onto Facebook or Twitter and see a bunch of posts. Like this, if you think I'm pretty. Comment if you think I'm ugly. They go on and on. They rely on other people for their self-esteem, and because of it, they are not happy. They do not have self-esteem, because at the end of the day, there will be no one to tell them that they are beautiful. They must tell themselves, but they do not do this. They do not know this, and this prevents them from shooting for the stars. Their own self-esteem issues prevent them from going out and doing whatever they want to do, because they rely on other people to tell them that they are great. And when you have no one to tell you you're great, like the morning before a speech tournament, you don't go out and you don't shoot for the stars. And that is a major problem with what is happening today. Now, we're reminded again of this lake. This lake who looked into its own beauty. We're reminded of the Newtown shootings and how the idea of shootings have corrupted us. And we're reminded that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That is the secret to success. Some people tell you you'll be working hard, and some people will tell you a bunch of different things, but the most important thing is that the secret to success is you. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so I order you to shoot. Shoot for the stars, and make those shots. Take every opportunity you have, and that is why we shoot.